everyone, it's Kitty Cat here, coming back at you with another mod review. Well, not really a review. We've already reviewed this one before. It's more of a more in-depth look at it. I've been asked so many questions regarding this, as we are using this mod on our server. And if you do want to join it, I will leave the description in below in the comments. But I thought we'd do a little bit more of the in-depth and intricate workings of well, what I've already let you know. It's Structures Plus. Just before I get into that, I will just let everyone know Structures Plus is no longer really a mod that people use. It is an open source mod, so you can obviously use it, but as it's open source, the author is no longer updating it. So a mod that does exactly the same has been picked up, and it does get updated, and it's called Structures Plus, so SS for short. And so that is what we'll be currently using now, and that is what I'll be showing you today. So we have all our little peoples. And so you've probably used a lot of them, or some of them, or none of them. So I'll just go through them. So we have the hatchery here, which is where it picks up all your incubated eggs. Hatchery runs off the refertilizer, so you can activate it and it'll start picking up eggs. I even have those ready to show you. So if we do this, they'll start having an egg, and I will turn this on, and you'll know it works. And these have got different options. You got all your basic options, but you've also got your stop collecting eggs one. You've got your show range, so all of the SS mod structures and people have the show hide range, so that will be always an option. But yeah, you've got all these different things. You can rename them, but yeah, there's not too many options here, but they're there. So if you just have a, so you can stop it. So if we activate that, once our eggs are laid, you'll see that it'll automatically pick it up. Sometimes it can take up to a minute, so you might stand there looking at the egg, but it will get picked up. The next one that you're probably familiar with is your nanny. The nanny is what we use to imprint our little babies, and she will auto feed them as long as you've got honey. So you need honey in there to get her to use, which I forgot to get. I've got some here. Forgot to get some. So if we put honey in her, we can activate her. So it'll give the food to need my babies up to 15%. So you just put food, so either berries or meat, depending on what you're growing up. And yeah, all you do is just, she's activated, and she'll just imprint them all the way up to whatever it is that the server runs on. Mine are usually run on 100%, so she'll imprint to 100%, so no need for cuddling. So this one over here is not as used very often, but could be handy for people who like having sheep around. So this one, all it does is sheep that are close by, it will shear them. So if we open this up, she activates by raw meat. So if we activate her, she'll start shearing. We shear the sheep, and you'll find there's the wool. That one's really easy. These two here, they work together. So this one here, this is the farmer, works with Kenyan soup. If we activate this one, so what he does is he likes to he takes the fertilizer here of our dung beetle, which doesn't have any at the moment, and he'll take it, store it in his inventory, but he'll also put it into our crop plots. This one's the gardener. So this one is when the gardens are ready. So she runs off beer, so we can activate her. And she will collect the vegetables and the seeds or berries, or whatever comes from crop plots, and puts them in her inventory. This one here has another different one, which is the destroy seeds option. So she does also collect extra seeds coming from the crop plants, and also the crops. But you can also select it so she destroys seeds, so you don't get that obnoxious amount of seeds that you usually get. But the beehive, which I know a lot of people use quite right at the start of the game, it's a bit hard to get. It's 50 honey, but once you do, you have this. This one's pretty nice to have. This one has a watering range, as you can see, it's quite a large range. So you'll always need rare flowers, and it'll water the crops. So I'll just explain the watering of the crops. It'll say here, you look at the blue one, not irrigated. However, the water is 597 out of 600. It is actually being irrigated by the beehive. Even though it says not irrigated, you're looking at the number that's in the water, not the irrigated or non-irrigated. So just be aware of that. Over here, this one is a hitching post. A lot of people don't realize that SS or Structures Plus actually has this, which is a really cool one. So hitching post is just click on it. It's all it does, and you can hitch your dinosaurs. What it means is that, especially with the dung beetles, because you need them on wander to collect to make the fertilizer. So you can actually select them option behavior and have wandering on. Already got it, and they don't go anywhere because they're hitched to this post. So it really helps. So this one here, this is your animal tender. It needs kibble. We activate that. This one here, it got a couple of options. So what it does is it picks up organic polymer, so that comes from the acatinas, little snails. It will collect the paste that's on their bodies as well. And it'll take the oil off the dung beetles. So it takes things out of other dinosaurs' inventories. It's a really good thing to have. What also it does is it gets the the snow owl pellets, and will collect the snow owl pellets as well. But then it will also distribute them to nearby gatches that you might have, and you can select how much you want. And then this one ties pretty much everything else together. So if we activate this one, so this is your item collector, which is like the best thing in the world. So you got lots of collection options. Pick up, so anything that falls to the ground, this one is for. This is for poop, paste, eggs. So this is not fertilized eggs, it's normal eggs. Silver pearls, black pearls, gacha crystals, and owl pellets. And then what it does is it actually distributes. So distribute owl pellets to nearby gachas. It'll pick up all the gacha crystals, or you can stop it from doing the poos as well. And this it'll pick up poos and puts them into the dung beetle. And then you can split which types of poos you don't want it to collect. Again, you've got your range option on here. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I should let you know that it does actually run off per pallet there. So that's pretty much everything in regards to the automation. You can see it kind of ties together. This one does a lot of the features. It picks up and distributes. Like that will take the poo, put it in the beetle. The little man, the farmer here, will take the fertilizer and put it in the gardens. And this will take the oil from the beetles. Oh, it's a cycle. Anyway, moving on. I'll just make mention of this one. You probably have all seen this one. This is your crafting station. It crafts all your SS items. So anything to do with SS, it'll craft it all. There's quite a lot. So let's go in here. This is the tech side of things. So there's a few things, and while I'm here, I'm going to activate our tech generator. The SS tech generator has a larger range than a normal one. It can also be picked up. That's about it. I like it. It's nice. It has a bigger inventory as well. So this will power everything. It will also even power these. As you can see now, it'll say powered. Powered. So go up here. I'll show you this one first. As now it is powered. So this does need a generator to power it. So if we activate this, we start feeding. It'll set up the gacha under this little dome. So gachas can only be put together within 17 foundations of each other if they're in mated pairs. Otherwise, if you have two boys, they won't like each other. They'll be sad. And they produce less crystals. This will feed them. So they're collected and they will distribute your our pallets to the gachas themselves. You can put food in here like stone, meat. Best one, the Y traps. Best thing for gachas. And then you've got your gacha crystal cracker. So your crystal catchers will pick up crystals from the top of your gachas. So when they fall, this will pick them up and unlock them for you. So that's all it is. It also has a button to send to dedicated storage, which we'll show you in a moment. But yeah, gachas really good. So gachas, you all know what gachas do. If you don't, you pick what it wants and it'll drop those types of crystals, or all of them. But every now and then it'll drop a better crystal, and that will be an item. But it'll all come to this gacha. Anyway, moving on. We'll start here. This is your dedicated storage. So dedicated storage is pretty easy. I'm gonna go in here though. We'll go set storage, and I got a little bit of fiber, so I'm gonna put some fiber in here. You select fiber, you click it. So you got all of these. So I've got more. I can click. You got your options here. Quite a few of them. But you've got your withdraw stack, so that whatever stack you've got on the server, if you've got a stack mod or anything like that. However, it does have a new option now, custom withdraw, so you can pick how many you want, which is really nice. Also has a consolidation button, so it'll go around to all storages, not your own inventory, but dinosaurs and other storages you may have, or the smithy or anything like that, and it'll pick up all of those items there. And that's that. Have a look. It's got all different. That was the wrong side to do. So it can show pictures on both tops and bottom as well. That was it'll show here. See, top and bottom. There we go. See on the top there. So this was the tech elevator for the SS version, which is really nice. Easy jump, crouch, same as another one, but it's just a little bit nicer. It doesn't need a foundation underneath it. It actually needs an empty spot. You can also change it, make it opaque. You can change what it looks like too. This one's your automatic crafter. Your automatic crafter is that's not the automatic crafter. So it tells you what you need in here. If you access your inventory, this is where you pick the recipe you want. So what you want, all the information's here. So you do need a tech generator. So you'll need your set up your crafting station. So say you want to make some narcotics, you can pop in here. So you get to choose. So I'm going to choose. You could, so if there's a crafting station nearby, you pick that. That's what you want to be on. So the crafting station will end up appearing in here, and then you pick on the recipes. It's pretty easy, and what it'll do is it'll pull the items to you. Once the recipe's set in there, you can pull it, and then it'll start crafting for you. But you would manually have to pull the items to you via this machine. It won't do it automatically. Then you have your SS Tech trough. It's pretty much the same as a feeding trough. You have one in just the normal as well. It just refrigerates the food inside of it, so it has a large range. Yeah, that's it. This is our repulsor plate. So this is just your pressure plate or anything like that. So you can jump much higher on it. Obviously, you can adjust it. So it'll give you an arrow and shows you where you want to jump to. So yeah, that's all it is. Same with your tech bridge. So it's being silly. So I'll just pick this up a minute. So here, it's not letting me activate now. I'll pick it up. So your tech bridge just needs to be on a foundation. It's right here. There was a spot. I had it. There. And there you go. So it's unlimited range. I think there is a limit, but I haven't reached it yet. So that's why it's tech bridge. You can deactivate it. Should we activate it, but looks like everything's being a bit buggy. So go over here. This is your diary, right? So it just literally makes all the diaries you can think of. It makes it in groups of 25, and it doesn't need to be connected to water. My favorite thing here is the valerium. So with this one, it does a lot of cool things. So it collects eggs and poos, but it only collects from dinosaurs inside. So as you can see, I have a dinosaur already in there. It is a female one. I am actually going to put this male in here. So I can put up to 10 dinosaurs. Does need a tech generation to work. So with having females in there, you produce eggs. The males will increase that chance for us. The oviraptors, if we put one in there, will actually decrease the time between the eggs, so you'll get more eggs faster. So that's how you add and remove. You can view your dinosaurs as well. That's what I've got in. And I can also adjust what I want it to collect. So it's really good for kibble crafting. You don't have to do that big kibble farm that I have up here. It'll come in a little thing like this. So you got your replicator. Everyone knows what a replicator is. It's your smithy, upgraded smithy, who makes everything here. So that's pretty much all it is. The S Plus one just makes it a little bit faster. You can make all of the different recipes in here, tech and otherwise. Yeah, it's a little bit smaller than the basic vanilla one. Yeah. So next here we have your charge station. Your charge station is just like what you would find on Extinction there and on Aberration to charge up your batteries. this one here, actually, if you have light pets around it, it'll draw the charge from light pets around it, so you can charge your own batteries inside of here. But that's all it is. And this one over here. So, well, first, I'll do this one first. So, this is your cloner. This is your SS cloner. It's a little bit nicer than the other one. So, we want to clone our filer here. As you can see, Bumblebee is sitting there. And it's going to cost 60,000 elements. Shards, sorry. So that's a lot of shards. And no, I do not have that many shards, and I'm not going to have that many shards because we don't need more bumblebees. But once we get that going, once we select to go craft, so if we open it up, you have your inventory space, you can put all your shards in here, and you'll say craft, that how long it'll take. So it can range for a couple of hours to a couple of days. There is something I have forgotten, and I want to show you. This is here. This is your SS teleporter. The SS teleporter is not as big as the other one, it's only a little one. And this one has your range, so I'm going to just show you the range. So this is your big range, medium, and small. So it's only a very small dome. It won't teleport so many things. So I like these teleporters just a little bit nicer, it's a bit smaller, and it doesn't take up so much space either, unless you have it on a wide range. Well, now we have the mutator. Mutator does quite a number of things. You can also show you the range. It's quite a large range. Just gonna hide this range. Oops, hide there. So you can see it's quite large. There's no adjusting the range on this, but I wanted to show you. So if we open it up, so you've got 10 element for any type of pulse it does, because it does a few different things depending on what the server settings is adjusted to. This was adjusted to all of them, so it's not blacklisted at all. So you can change the mode. So this is your gender swaps, your dinosaurs. It'll keep it for 6 hours. There is a trick to it though. If you pick them up with a cryopod or even the soul traps on the dino storage mod, it'll keep its sex. So if you've changed a male to a female, you pick it up, it will stay as a female. It won't go back after 6 hours unless you leave it. Then you've got grants gender to a dinosaur, so like your insects, your griffins, so you can then breed them. So this one is for dinosaurs that do have a gender but can't have birth. So even if you've given it a gender as well, so this will help you too. So say you have your rock drakes, a male and a female, they don't actually have little babies. You have to get the egg from the wild. This will actually make them actually have a baby. And this one will actually freeze a dinosaur at a certain age, so you can have a little baby all the time. Will corrupt a vanilla dinosaur, and this one will uncorrupt a dinosaur. And then you've got your radiation pulse, which actually will increase the chance of mutations. And this one you can do 2. And if you have 2 mutators and you hit them both off, you can have a 2 times chance of a mutation. So you can actually start stacking mutations. It's really good. But that's about it. I'll quickly show you through these ones. So these are your level 135 items that you can craft, the SS items. So if we go down here and go all the way almost to the bottom, there they are. This is your 135. So there's only 6 different things. First one is everyone's favorite, Tech Forge. It's already turned on and requires 1 metal per ingot. I have 2. Instant metal making. Does it turn sharp? I am curious. It does. So even the scrap metal does it too. That's it. This is your stove. It can instantly cooks meat, which I don't have any meat on me, sorry. But it also instantly makes your jerky, which is really nice. This is your cooking pot. Makes all your consumables, so your beers, your kibbles, everything like that. Also makes beer, so you don't need your beer thing, so that's really good to have. This is your fridge. I really like the fridge. So the fridge has a special thing. So if I put, say, these berries, they're quite spoil time is only 3 minutes left. If I put it in here, it gets refreshed, and it also has a much longer time. This one's over a day. So I had mutton in here. I didn't refresh my mutton. So it does actually, spoil time does go down, but you can always like take it back out, put it back in, and it'll refresh. It also makes water. It's your laboratory, so it's like, there you go. It's your advanced chemistry station. It doubles the output of what a chemistry bench would do. It also makes your, because it's S plus, it makes other things as well. So you can make spark from stone, can make your red gems, can make your cactus saps from your sap itself, and you can make sap from cactus sap. So that's what a grinder does as well. So it has a little bit of what the grinder can do also in here. It doesn't grind things up, it just changes things. You can also make your spoiled meat, same with the grinder. So it's really good, and it makes it doubles the output, so it's a really good thing to have. This one is your repair station. So obviously you just put in something to repair, which I don't actually have anything to repair. I click on it. You can pull the items. My item doesn't need to be there, but you can pull. This is the repair button, little spanner in the cog, repair. Pull the items, then you go repair all. And yeah, that's all it does. It's really good to have. I really like the repair station. I wish it wasn't level 135. And this is my last and final thing. This is the item translocator. I'm going to put some of this in here to select my designation. So I can have a heaps of them. I can put it in this my unnamed one. So it's going to send it to that box, which if I run over here and come over here and check in here, just select this so that together I should then have it. It's not going to do it. Sending options. Send. Right. I just set some berries over now. It feels like there's a few steps to do before I can do all that. Here we go. There's my berries. So sending, send all, and then let go. You can also set it to dedicated storage, as you saw, which is those boxes over here that we had a look at before. So now it will have everything in there. But yeah, I will just quickly show you this one. You can get this as a normal one, but the S Plus plug is just nicer. It doesn't break. You pick it up. This is your it's just your leash. It's a really good thing to have on Wand, especially on your base if you're on a PvP server. And you can even hide the range so people can't see how far the dinosaurs can go out to. But more importantly, you can pick it up. It's good for doing like OSD drops and stuff like that. Yeah. Alright, that is pretty much it for SS. Obviously, there is so many things you can do with SS, and obviously it's got all the building structures that you can pick up. Your basic, like so you've even got your industrial grill as an SS and everything like that. All of these things can be picked up, is what the main thing that SS does. And then you've got some of these little guns here. So this one helps you cycle through glass, what type of mode of your glass. So if you have a window, the window frame, or no window frame, or just the top part showing, demo gun picks up, or if you click it, it'll demolish and give you back all your items. Your repair gun will repair items that have been destroyed or damaged, and you can repair them. The turret does the same as the gun. It'll configure whatever turret that you want. So if you have a turret that only wants to shoot wild animals, you can go around and change them all just by shooting them with the little turret configurator. Transfer gun, transferring items from one area to another, so boxes or dinosaurs to a storage. Your light setter, same deal. If you have a light set to a pretty color, you can actually adjust it to all your lights around. Euthanasian gun, just instantly kills the dinosaur very quick for you. Underwater tool, this is for your water bases. You can use all of them. And your transfer tool, a little bit more complex tool than a transfer gun, but it still does the same thing. It picks where the item is and what type of item it is and where you want it to go. And yeah, that's pretty much everything else. Everything else is pretty much self-explanatory. There is one more thing I want to show you, which is the Deddy. One more thing. I forgot to make one. So this is my friend. This is to do with the dedicated storage. So if we withdraw all of this, stack, 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 and a stack. So you see I took a stack of all of them. So this is here. This is your storage intake. So you can just click on it and it actually takes everything that you have a storage box for and puts it in. That's it. It's all done. So it's definitely my friend. But anyway, guys, I hope you like that more in-depth talk about this mod. Maybe it'll teach you some things or show you that there's a lot of things that you can do with this mod. And ways that you can almost automate some of the simpler things that you don't have to do every single day, like putting poo on a dung beetle. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did like the video or you learned anything about it, please hit that like button. Subscribe, it really helps me out. But as always, have fun, be safe, and bye.